Hello to my two-legged and four-legged friends. Today we're cooking chicken liver pate, a special recipe for both you and your pet. And here are the ingredients. We have 2 pounds cooked chicken liver, 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon coconut oil, 2 tablespoons za'atar, and half a cup of carrots. Let's blend it all in the Nutri Bullet. It's time to blend up the liver. This time I'm going to add less liquid because the liver pate consistency is supposed to be more solid. So I'm using a utensil that has holes in it. Perfect. Add a little bit of spice now to this batch. The za'atar. Again, za'atar is a Middle Eastern spice that has sesame seeds and sumac, and oregano and thyme. Absolutely delicious. Let's cap that up. See, that's what I mean. So we do need to add a little bit more liquid, otherwise it's going to gag a little bit, so to speak. So let's just do that. No problem. Oh, very nice. Oh, this looks like pate already. Okay, we'll just add a dash of it. Let's see if I can just get a few drops, even with this spoon. Perfect. There we go. Let's try that. Trial and error. Not so much. Okay, so now we've learned something together. We are now going to, in order to make this not too liquidy also, I'm going to start putting some of the carrots back into it. I think that's a good idea, since it's already quite liquidy, because I really cannot have this be too liquidy when I'm putting it in the fridge. So let's try if that works. Now you might be asking, why didn't we just do the carrots with the liver? I guess you could have. It's just that with the hopes of not purifying the carrots to absolute nothingness. There we go. I know there's a trick to this thing. Somehow. Aha! Let's push. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Now the nice thing about the container is you can just shake it up a bit too, right? Just to make sure it's all blended together. This is much easier than a food processor, in my opinion. This is definitely the way to go. Okay. Oh, fantastic. All right. So allow me to get this Pyrex, which we're going to put in the fridge, and my handy dandy spatula, which is hiding. Very easy. This, my friends, is the best tool ever. Then we can repeat the same process with the carrots and the rest of the liver to fill the Pyrex. And I have to add that the nice thing about why we added coconut oil is, of course, when it does get cold, it will solidify and you'll get that nice film on top, which is perfect. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So let's add the rest of the carrots. Definitely don't want any more liquid. Nice. This smells fantastic. Well, it smells like liver. If you like liver, it's fantastic. Okay. Awesome. Okay, go. Nice. Excellent. Oh, perfect. Oh, yes. Now you can either choose to use another container or just fill this one up. Oh, this looks like chocolate cake. Chocolate pudding, yes. Oh, yeah, chocolate pudding. Chocolate cake batter, chocolate pudding. Looks good. Thank you, DOP. Fantastic. And just not to waste, and you can just try to get everything out. Perfect. Et voila. So the next step is to put it in the fridge and wait for a few hours until the consistency hardens, which it will. Right now it's still warm, so that's why also the processing time didn't take so long, because the warmth of the meat just makes it softer. Excellent. Liver pate. Nice and easy. Now we're going to use the liver pate not necessarily as a rectangular piece. However, we can use it in a bowl as a dip. And then we can dip vegetables in it for the doggies. Red cabbage, broccoli, carrots. And then the rest of what I don't use in this bowl, I'm going to use for the liver cookies, which we're going to bake, and the liver ham parts and flaxseed balls. Perfect. Just clean it all up. Just take your coconut oil and pour it on top. We're looking at about maybe like a 1/4 inch of oil on top. And this is going to give it a really nice nutty flavor. Beautiful. Now you just let it sit out so that it cools down, and then you can put it in the fridge. So while the pate is chilling in the fridge with the coconut oil on top, I'm prepping the vegetables for the puppies. My idea is to actually dip the veggies in the liver pate, and that makes the perfect anytime snack. With the broccoli, I have found, even for me personally, if I'm going to obviously cut the flowers off and then the stems are left. And what do we do with the stems? Most people throw them away thinking that they're not delicious. But if you actually peel the harder part of the outside, the skin, you're left with a very tender, juicy inside, which the dogs love. Okay? So you can either use a carrot peeler or a knife. So let's see, actually it depends on the broccoli and how tough the skin is. So we'll cut the end off, of course. Let's see if this will actually work. This way you save as much as possible. Now another thing too is if you have a lot of broccoli stems left over, you can also throw them in the dishes that you're cooking, just knowing that they're going to cook longer than the broccoli heads, you know? And with the carrots, you can either buy the non-peeled variety or the ones that are pre-cut and peeled. And again, all the vegetables that I use are organic, for sure. For my own health, which means that I just pass it along to the dogs. Voila, and you just take the excess off. See that? It's perfect. And then you can either dice them or slice them, or you can julienne them. So I'm going to, for this recipe, so I can put the liver right on top, to slice them down and then serve them that way. Perfect. And with these carrots, I'm actually going to cut them in half so that they're not too thick. There's a lot going on with the liver on top and things, so just make them a little thinner. You can also cut them in half if you need to, depending on the size dog that you have. Everything is very, very easy to do. It just requires a bit of time. Once you get the hang of doing this and cooking for yourself and your dog and the rest of the family, whatever it is, you learn the art of cooking and the joy that comes with it. Spending quality time with you and your loved ones and watching them prosper from so much healthy intake. And the good news is you can actually save it for later. If you're gonna store carrots or broccoli or anything else for future eating times, just put a little bit of water in the bag or in the container just to keep them moist. And one more thing I'd like to add too, if you're a big red cabbage fan, our friend, the brain, this is the same concept as I showed you in my other episode. When you're peeling the red cabbage, you just literally just peel it. And it just one leaf at a time will come off. And this is the best way to conserve your red cabbage. And dogs love it. It is such good fiber, good for the blood, good for the stomach, just overall goodness. Perfect, ready to serve. Now that we've prepared this delicious meal for you and your best friend, let's eat. Molly. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Good girl. You like broccoli too? Mm-hmm. Good girl. You want to take it somewhere and chew it. Just chew it right. Is that no chewing on the bar, right? Okay, well, good girl. Mmm. Too big? Sorry. 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 Okay, hang on to it until I finish eating. Maybe we'll give Bella a chip, huh? Let's do that now. Okay, I'll give you a smaller piece. Give it back to me. Give it back to me. What do you mean? Oh my God, no? All right, well, anyway, it's absolutely delicious. And if you love what you've seen today and want to see some more, please subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. There we go. Bon appetit.